Good afternoon, everybody. It's Carmela, and it's a fabulous, fabulous Friday. I'm jumping on here today to just share with you about the instinct of an entrepreneur. Ooh, don't that sound good? The instinct of an entrepreneur. We're going to talk about that for a few minutes, maybe about 15 minutes. So you make sure you jump on. If you know somebody that's a business owner, business owners can always use encouragement. I'm telling you, we can always use encouragement because as you are growing in your business, sometimes it can feel like you by yourself, and you need to know that you're not alone. Listen, if you're not a part of our group called the Training Room for Hungry Entrepreneurs, you really should be in that group because that's going to help you get some encouragement that you need as well on a regular basis. And so make sure you jump on and join us today. When you do come on, say hello. If you're catching the replay and you don't see the live buttons, I'm live in like 3 places. It's okay. Even if you're catching the replay, you can just say hello replay. That lets me know that you are watching. Lets me know that you can hear me. Lets me know that you can see me. Lets me know that you are engaged. Let's see here. I'm going to test. All right, there we go. I always just like to check it out and make sure y'all can hear me good. So when you come on, just say hello. This is a word for entrepreneurs on today, the instinct of an entrepreneur. Listen, you got to trust your instincts, right? Let me tell you the definition of instinct. Instinct is a natural propensity or skill that is not the result of learning. Instinct is a natural propensity or skill that is not the result of learning. As an entrepreneur, you got to trust your instincts, y'all. Your success as an entrepreneur is not always the result of education. It's not always the result of your IQ. It's not always the result of access to money. It's not always the result of a good business plan, but it is the result of your instincts, your ability to know when to take risk, your ability to know when to move forward, your ability to know when to do a collaboration and a partnership, your ability to know when somebody is not good for you. And you can't wait until things are falling apart, or you can't wait until you get in a bad partnership to move in this area of instincts. An entrepreneur, your success is determined by your level of entrepreneur instinct. Hear me now. Listen at this. You have instinct. Some of us have instinct when it comes to creativity. You are very creative. You can create things. You can see things. You can reproduce things. I can say it, and then you can make it happen. There was a gentleman that did our logo. I'll never forget this. It was 11 years ago. He did our church logo. And so when we gave him the name of the ministry, he likes to get you on the phone, right? And so it was like, okay, the name of our church is Becoming One Outreach Ministries. He was like, what is your vision? What is the purpose of the ministry? And so my husband was sharing all these things with him, y'all. The logo that he created was an artistic expression of the vision that God had given to us. I mean, all the details from the cross to the power bursting forth and bursting from the cross. I mean, it was just powerful, the artistic expression. But he has a natural instinct in the area of creativity. I just want to give you that example so you can see where your area of instinct is, because we all have one. Some people's natural instinct is in the area of motivation. These are these people that can talk their way out of anything. They are just phenomenal speakers. No matter what situation you put them in, they're quick on their feet. They can just talk. They are great orators. A natural skill in the area of product and service knowledge, a natural skill in your ability to network. You're just good with people. A natural skill when it comes to your self-confidence, when it comes to optimism, when it comes to vision casting. My skill is in the area of administration. And so for me, this is what makes me a good business coach and what makes me a good executive coach. I also do executive coaching, leadership training, and development. It's because you can give me the overall picture, the overall component, and then I can see the phases and I can break it down in the phases for you. It's just a natural gift. It's a natural instinct that I have, and it works whether it's business, whether it's ministry, in my everyday life. I just see things a certain way. It is my natural instinct. What is your instinct when it comes to your business. This shows the area. This is what helps to make you an expert in a specific area in your business. Now, let me shift just a little bit. There are going to be some people that don't understand your gift and they don't understand your instinct. And you got to be very careful. Number one, do not allow people to project their fears on you. Number one, do not allow people to project their fears on you. And people will love to say, we can't do that. No. You can't do that. But I can do that because I have the instinct. In addition to my instinct, I have the skill and the ability and the network and the confidence to move forward in something, even if I have no sales of recognition in it. Because sometimes God will call you to build things, create things, go into partnerships that don't make sense to people. And people will say, well, so-and-so tried that before and it didn't work. Well, it's okay that it didn't work for them, but it's going to work for me. And see, you have to make sure that you shut those words down, y'all, because words are seeds. And sometimes you'll just ignore them. I'm just going to ignore them. And you don't realize that those seeds will begin to take root. Because if you continue to hear negativity about your business, about your idea, about your expansion over and over again, those seeds will take root. And I think that is so important that you speak back up, that you say, no. You may not be able to do it, but I'm going to do it. You got to have the confidence to be able to move forward in what God has called you to move forward in your business. So number one, don't allow other people to project their fears on you. Just because it's a fear for them don't mean it needs to be a fear for you. Just because it was an area of failure for them does not mean it'll be an area of failure for you. Just because they've never seen anybody do that before don't mean that you won't be able to do it and be successful. Because of your combination of gifts, skills, talents, ability, and instinct, you'll be able to do things that other people are not able to do. And a lot of times our family and friends, they love us. And so they want to protect us. They don't want us to spend money. They don't understand about the risk that you have to take as an entrepreneur. That's why it's so important that you have instinct and you understand where your strength is in your area of instinct so that you can take risks that are healthy for your business. Okay. And sometimes instinct will kick in and you will know that you need to be doing something where rationally it may not even make sense. But because of the entrepreneur instinct that you have, you'll be successful in that area. Listen, the second thing I tell you is you just got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in you as an entrepreneur. Let me tell you, when you are trying to pitch something to a potential client, when you're trying to get new customers, they are attracted to the confidence that they have in you. Let me give you an example. Years ago, I had to have sinus surgery, because I was constantly having these sinus infections. And so they had to go in and break these bones in my nose. And the first person that I talked to was like, well, I'm not sure. I've never done this before, but I believe that it's going to be major. And we're going to have to do this and we're going to have to do that. And I left there like, they're not doing no surgery on me, because they were not even confident. Let me tell you, I got faith, but I also got common sense. And if the person that is doing the procedure is not confident in their work, then you're not operating on me, right? And so it's the same way when you're selling a product or when you're selling a service. You got to be confident in what it is that you can deliver. You got to be confident in what it is that you bring to the table. This is why your instinct is so important. This is one of those areas that you are an expert in. Don't take on things that you are not confident in doing, right? But if you're, for instance, if you are a coach and okay, you're a confident coach, you're a confidence coach, but you're scared to talk to me, that don't even go together. If you're a coach helping me to gain my confidence, you should be confident, not arrogant, but confident in not only who you are, but the fact that you can help me. The same thing, if you're selling this lip gloss, you should be confident in the results that this lip gloss is going to give me. Right? And so, one, don't allow other people to project their fears on you. And two, believe in yourself. Believe that you can be great. See yourself a year from now. See yourself 5 years from now. That's the first question I ask you. If you do a discovery call with me, I'm going to say hello. And then the next question I'm going to say to you is, tell me about your business and where you want to be 1 year from now. You know why that's important? Because the people that I work with need to know who they are. They need to know where they are. They need to know where they're going. I can help you create a path from where you are to where you're going. But if you don't know the basics, then how am I going to help you create the plan? I'm not going to create my plan. I want to help you create your plan, because again, that's the instinct and the gift that I have. Listen, I just wanted to come on here today on this beautiful Friday and tell you to use your instincts and take what you have and build your dreams. Use your instinct, use what you got and build your dreams. Use your instinct, leverage your connections and build your dreams. You can build it, you can do it, you can live in it, you can walk in it, but you gotta, one, silence the voice of fear, other people's voices. You got to silence those things by taking massive and immediate action. And the second thing is you got to believe in you. See, you can be successful if I don't believe in you, but you can't be successful if you don't believe in you. You got to believe that you can be successful. You got to believe that you're going to be able to help your customers get the results that they need. You got to believe that you're an expert when it comes to selling this lip gloss, that your lip gloss is different from everybody else's lip gloss. Maybe you use all natural things inside of your lip gloss. Not only is it going to make me look cute, but it has healing properties for my lips. Whatever it is, you got to discover your point of difference. You got to operate in your sweet spot. What's your sweet spot? Your sweet spot is the place where you can give the least amount of effort and get maximum return, because it's a sweet spot, because this is the area where your instincts are. This is the area where you're an expert in. This is an area where you're confident in. This is the area where you silence the voice of fear. This is an area that you studied for. This is the area that you were created for. I'm talking to some business owners today that just need a little bit of encouragement so that you can take your business to that next level. Listen, when you have a business to meet the needs of the people, it's different from just hustling, because you have a strategy, you have structure, you have instinct. You know when to take risk. You know when to make the move. You know when to launch. You know when to pull back. You know when to expand. I didn't say those things will be easy. I just said that you would have peace and confidence of knowing when to do it, right? And so make sure that you present yourself, present your opportunities, present your business from a place of confidence. Make sure you utilize your instincts. You know when to take risks. And let me tell you something. Never go into an agreement from a place of desperation. Hear me good. If you go into an agreement as an entrepreneur from a place of desperation, then you will look past the red flags, especially if you enter into a partnership or some type of collaboration. You got to have a type of synergy to work with a team. And if that stuff is not there, then your whatever it is that you're trying to do can be a failure or a black eye on your business. But had you been looking past just the money, then you would have been able to see the red flags. So never enter into an agreement from only a place of desperation. Entrepreneurs, we use our instincts. Yes, you got to be rational. Yes, you need your contracts. Yes, you got to do all of the business things of business. But even if all of that stuff looks good, but there's something within you, I'm not talking about fear. I'm talking about your business instinct that says, hold off. You better listen to the voice within you, because you are the expert in your area. Let me close out with this. No matter how good you can cook, you can't feed people that are not hungry. Like, what the world does that have to do with instinct? Listen to me. No matter what it is that you are offering, the price can be right. The timing can be right. It can be exactly what it is that they need. And you know that they need it. But it won't be successful until you get in front of the people that not only need it, but they desire it. They want what it is that you're delivering. You can cook all of their favorite foods, but if they're not hungry, then nobody's going to partake of what it is that you've delivered. So that's why for instance, for tomorrow in the free class that we're doing, we're going to be talking about your customers, going to where your customers are. How do you connect with them? Because there are people that you may be sending things out to, and you may know that they need what it is that you have, but until they know that they need what it is that you have, then the connection won't be made. You got to go to the people that are hungry for what it is that you want. And that is the instinct of an entrepreneur, to know how to get in front of the people that not only need what it is that you have because you solve a problem, but they're ready to move forward. They're ready to make the investment that they need to make. They're ready to connect with you. They're ready to value the product or service that it is that you provide. So no matter how good it is that you can cook, you can't feed people that are not hungry. So make sure that you are connected with the people that are hungry for what it is that you are providing. And you got to use your entrepreneurial instincts to get you in the right place with the right people at the right time to make the right difference. Listen, on tomorrow, Saturday, July 17th, we are having a free small business boot camp. We're going to be looking at your prices. We're going to be looking at some systems. I'll be sharing some tools and resources with you on tomorrow. And we're going to spend most of our time looking at how to monetize your social media accounts and just giving you some tips on how to use these free platforms in order to take your business to the next level. Let me tell you, social media leveled the playing field, because if you use social media and if you use technology, then you don't have to be in all places at one time. The reason we became international coaches in 2021 with a client in London and a client in Canada, is because of social media. It was because we got out of our comfort zone and we found a way to connect with people no matter where they were in the world. And you can do the same thing. So the link is in the description. Make sure you jump on and you register for the class on tomorrow. It starts at 9 a.m. We'll be finished before 12. Those last 30, 40 minutes is all Q&A. We'll be there to answer the questions that you have. We're going to show you what to do. We'll even tell you how to do it, but you're going to have to be willing to do the work, right? If you do the work and you implement the practical tools and tips that we give you on tomorrow, then you'll be able to see a difference in your business. But you got to use the instinct of an entrepreneur to grow your business. Last night, my husband was sharing with the group on motivation and momentum. You got to motivate yourself. The motivation that you need to be successful for a long period of time, that thing is not based on external things. You got to have an internal, intrinsic motivation, because your motivation is directly tied to the momentum that you have in your business. And you don't want to have to keep starting over every month and starting over every week in your business. There's a way to sustain the momentum in your business. If you're not sure how to do that, you really should be on that call with us on tomorrow. What is it gonna cost you other than your time? And if you're not willing to invest in you, something is off with that instinct, right? If you got a client you're meeting with tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's different. If you're thinking you're just going to sleep in, I challenge you to sacrifice some of that sleep tomorrow and invest in yourself so that you can see a difference in your business. We love you, and go ahead and operate from the instinct that you have. Trust yourself. Have a great day, y'all.